Welcome to the Tennis Warehouse racket review of the Babolat Pure Aero Plus. Players looking to crush the ball will appreciate the updated feel of the extended Pure Aero Plus. At 27.5 inches long, this 100 square inch racket now has NF² Technology, which uses flax, a softer material, in the handle and upper hoop to help soften impact. In addition, this 2023 model features slightly tighter string spacing, as the 16x19 string bed results in greater confidence when going big. All in all, intermediate to advanced players who love extended length rackets will want to take a look at this update. If you've played with the previous version of this racket, this is going to be a seamless transition. Everything I love about the Pure Aero Plus continues in this updated model, but noticeably it is a bit softer and a little bit more comfortable, which is an awesome benefit of this updated version. I just find this racket to always provide me with the most power and the most spin, specifically on ground strokes, returns, and serves, and I loved that about this racket. I often talk about those guilty pleasure rackets, and this one finds its way into that category, as it's a racket I love practicing and playing with, but it might be a little too much for someone like me that already hits pretty big and can take big swings. With that being said, I've also play tested that Pure Aero 98, and I kind of lean towards that direction for more control, but appreciate what this racket has for me when I'm looking to just have a lot of fun blasting big shots on the court. Tons of stability, really great at the net, really easy to point and shoot those volleys, and all in all, a great play test.
Much like Michelle, the biggest improvement for me with this Pure Aero Plus compared to previous versions was in the feel. I found the racket to be much more comfortable at contact, especially when I was getting up towards the tip of the racket. And also, I just felt more connected to the ball. I felt like the ball was sitting on the strings a little bit longer, and I just had more control on where that, and a better idea of where that ball was going on my opponent's side of the court. Still got that awesome access to pace and spin. I love serving with this racket, always have, and I think I always will. Just offers that easy access to pace. My big first serves, or big for me, that is, have as much pace as I can generate, and I get plenty of action on my spin serves too. So my slice serve out wide was working well. I also had fun cutting my slice serve into the opponent's body to try and tie up an aggressive returner. At net, it's maneuverable, so I feel really fast in my hands, and then I've got plenty of touch to control the ball, hit some nice little angle volleys, and then the good addition of power that you always get, I find, from that added leverage of a longer racket is really useful when you're digging out those tough volleys when they're down at your shoelaces, and I definitely found that with this one here. So fun play test for me.
Always happy to be named to a play test, any frame that has some extended length on it. I've always been a fan of the Pure Aero Plus. I like the standard length, give me that extra ½ inch, and it really changes the whole complexion of the racket, giving you a little bit more of leverage-based power. So at 300 grams, you've got a high swing weight on this. The layup of graphite does definitely feel a little more forgiving. You're getting a modern response return of energy from that part of the frame. But the one thing I noticed the most was, although it does have a 16 main, it seems to be squeezed together a little tighter, and that's what I really like. I was hoping for something like a 16-20 pattern out of this, and this gives me a little bit more connectivity to the ball of all my shots, and I can judge shot depth a little bit better. So all in all, I thought this was a huge improvement. I didn't really have a favorite shot. I really enjoyed the volley. I really enjoyed the serve. If I was challenged or troubled in any aspect, it would probably be the service return, just because you are getting, the extra length racket to get all the way through. But overall, just a great all-court racket, very comfortable, even with a full set of poly in it. Definitely my favorite Aero Plus of the bunch so far.
Playtesting this update to the Pure Aero Plus, I was really enjoying this feel of this racket. It's definitely got the Aero DNA built into it. But one of the main things that I liked is the spacing of the strings, kind of taking you back to the old Aero Pro drive, so a little bit closer together than the previous two versions of the Pure Aero, and I really liked that because I just felt a little bit more connected to the ball, especially on flatter strokes from the baseline, like a flatter baseline drive or a slice, and also felt a little bit more connected up at the net. I'm taking it even further with it being maybe just a slight bit more flexible. I really enjoyed that because I felt like the comfort was enhanced a bit, and I also found a substantial feel to this one compared to the previous 2019 version. A little bit more plow through, maybe just a little bit more feeling of swing weight coming through the ball. So for an extended length racket, 100 square inches, I felt pretty connected from all areas of the court, and I really found that I was getting good pop on the flat first serve, and really easy spin and maneuverability from the baseline. So really like this as an extended length racket. Maybe not quite as much as my E-Zone 98 Plus, but very impressive from this update. For this playtest, we tried a variety of different polys, but for today's video, we have Babolat RPM Blast and RPM Hurricane, both strung at 52 pounds. And for more information on this racket, be sure to go to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.